Hi everyone, this is Mike, Gray 1951, and I'm finally getting around to doing my movie for letter G of the A to Z series, A to Z, and sorry it took me so long to do this. I actually just finished watching this movie that I picked a few hours ago. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning now, Saturday morning, and I started watching it last Sunday night, and with the full intention of finishing it up and then getting a video either before I went to bed Sunday night or early Monday morning. And then I got tired and went to bed. During the week, life intervened, and I just put all this stuff out of my mind. I was so many things going on. Didn't watch hardly any television. Didn't watch any movies all week. And today, Friday, well, yesterday, I finally had a day off, and I have a 4-day holiday weekend, so I have time to relax a little bit and curl up in front of the television. So here's the movie I picked, and it was the first watch for me. I'd never seen this before. I'm a little embarrassed to say. It's Goodfellas, directed by Martin Scorsese in 1990. Very good film. I was surprised. I suppose I shouldn't have been, but I was surprised. Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, Joe Pesci, Lorraine Bracco, Paul Sorvino star in the film, and a lot of other people, some familiar, show up in very small roles, and one is Samuel L. Jackson, who has a very small supporting role, and his character does not end up well. Anyway, without giving too much away of the plot, because I know there probably will be people watching this who have not seen it, and I don't want to ruin anything, but it is about the mafia, and it's based on a book by a journalist named Nicholas Pileggi, who interviewed a guy who Ray Liotta's character is based on. This guy gave his remembrances about growing up in the mafia. He basically got involved in it as a young kid, and then went on to give his whole life to it, right? Anyway, so this kid's name is, I forgot his name already. I think it's Henry Hill. He's half Irish, half Italian, growing up in New York City. And he's looking out of his apartment window when he's just a very little kid, and he's watching the gangsters across the street at some club they hang out in. And he admires them so much for their style and their women, their cars, and all the power they seem to have over everyone. And he eventually starts integrating with them, and he becomes part of the gang. They start to trust him, and he literally grows up in the organization. And it's like they say, it's just business, right? So he dedicates his whole life to a life of crime, and it's an exercise in just high style, the way Scorsese films it. It's got this amazing detail of the way the sets look, the gaudy restaurants and the apartments, the clothes, the way the way they interact with each other, the things they say to each other. But it also has kind of a documentary feel to it, because it is a true story, and he's telling he's giving us a very important moral lesson in the film. And I don't know what to say. I don't want to give too much away, and I don't want to start saying really pretentious stuff about Scorsese, but I would like to also add that after I watched the film, I came down, I read some things in this book by Roger Ebert about Scorsese, where he interviews Scorsese many times over several years. He reviews all of his films all the way up to The Age of Innocence, when the book was published. And he does 2 articles about Goodfellas in the book. And I'd like to read you just in one of the articles, which is called "Why Goodfellas Was the Best Film of 1990." I'd just like to read the very first 2 lines of the article. Kind of, well, anyway. For the 2 days after I saw Martin Scorsese's new film, Goodfellas, the mood of the characters lingered within me, refusing to leave. It was a mood of guilt and regret, of quick, stupid decisions leading to wasted lifetimes, of loyalty turned into betrayal. Wow. I mean, I was so moved by this film. Some of it is actually very funny, in little vignettes where the guys are people like Joe Pesci. I mean, Joe Pesci has got to be in real life a raving maniac. Somebody like that could not possibly be normal and give give performances like he gives in films. I mean, he was just absolutely nuts in this film. But I have to admit, and he got Best Supporting Actor of the Year at the Academy Awards, and I have to say he deserved it. But yeah, some of it's very funny, just the way they interact with each other. But it's also, there's violence, you know, not a hell of a lot of violence, but enough to make me cringe, because I've already talked about how much I hate violence. But I have to say, Scorsese really knows how to tell a story, and the fact that it's based on truth is a little bit frightening. Maybe, I don't know what to say. But yeah, De Niro was very good. Ray Liotta is very good. Paul Sorvino is fantastic. Never seen Lorraine Bracco in a film before. She was really wonderful. And I know I've seen Ray Liotta in a couple of things, but he's very, very impressive. So I guess that's all I want to say about it. If you have not seen Goodfellas, and if you aren't familiar with the work of Scorsese, this might be a good place to start. It is a brilliant film, and I'm very glad that I saw it. Finally got around to it. So once again, I apologize for taking so long to get this up. And I still haven't done the midweek chat, and I hope to get that done tomorrow. So, all right, comments are welcome. Good night, folks.